Welcome, aeronauts, to the very first E.R.A pod. I'm not sure what E.R.A stands for just yet, but for now, it's the E.R.A pod. I'm so happy to have everybody here. I'm starting a podcast. I thought this would be so fun, and I cannot wait. I'm genuinely so excited to be able to put out a podcast. What we do here is we talk about Fortnite storyline stuff and my growth and content I could improve on and stuff that might be coming up on my YouTube channel, things like that. And today we're going to be talking about some of the Fortnite storyline. My podcast is going to be incredible. I really hope you guys decide to choose this podcast to be one of your favorites. I know I will. It's just like what I have planned for it's going to be so big. I'm really excited about it. What I do here, I know there's a lot of podcasts out there where you just listen. I know it's kind of funny because I will require, with my attention, guys, I want you to, with my videos, sorry, what am I saying, jabbering, with my videos, I require you guys to, I would like it if you were like focused on my video and watching my video, focused on only that. That's what I'm hoping for. But with the E.R.A pod, I want you to be doing something else. I want you to be working while you're listening to this. As long as you can pay attention to it, hopefully. But, I mean, obviously I can't control you. But that's what I would like for you to do. Is just, you know, work on something. Work on dinner. I don't know. Not that, like, parents are going to be listening to this. But that'd be awesome. But work on something. Maybe work on your homework while you're listening to it. Or something like that. It doesn't require you. All it is this image on screen right here. And that's it. Every great once in a while, we will have a video up on screen every so often on the podcast, where you guys can just watch the podcast. And I also have a plan for, I'm going to make like each podcast, like maybe not this one, but we'll see. Each podcast like 15 minutes long, and I'll have a countdown clock in the corner, so you'll know I have to, and I'll know I'll have to wrap it up no matter what I'm speaking. I have to wrap it up in 15 minutes. And it's zip dunzo. So that's how that works. So, yeah, my podcast is going to be, like, kind of different. I see some YouTubers who have podcasts. I know there's a YouTuber who has a podcast who shows videos. There's a video, so you kind of have to, like, look at him, kind of, like, pay attention and watch the video. But with me, and there's other people who don't even show a picture, and it's just literally, like, audio. With me, it's kind of like, yes, picture, sometimes video, and all the time audio. You won't probably ever see my face on here. It's not going to be like a webcam thing. I just like it that I can just talk to you guys like this. I find this really, really nice to do, and I'm happy to be able to just, like, bring content to you guys in a whole different type of way. So yeah, we're going to be talking about the Fortnite storyline. I'm super excited to get to introduce this, and without further ado, let's get into the Fortnite storyline. Gotta be honest, maybe that intro was a little cheesy, but I think I liked it a lot, and you will hear me speaking like this quite a bit, even though I don't speak like it, like I kind of speak like this, you know, but I'm going to try and make it a little more professional. I might lose my voice, but, because this is taking a tone on my voice, but it's okay. I have so much planned for this podcast, and I'm really excited for it, and I'll probably be changing my intro tons, so be ready for that, but I really hope you choose this, because we're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff. But like I said, in today's podcast, this very first one I ever do, we are going to be talking about the Fortnite storyline. I'm going to get you all caught up on it so far. Well, kind of. The latest of the Fortnite storyline. I try and listen to as much of the Fortnite storyline as I can, thanks to Top 5 Gaming, great YouTuber who puts out storyline videos, and we're going to be reacting to it today. But lately I've been a little behind, so I might not know some stuff too. So I think we're going to be reacting to it. You don't need to watch anything, just listen, and I'll be making comments here and there, but for now, just listen. Alright, here we go, and this is the storyline episode. Here we go, discussing the storyline.
We were all taken by surprise last month when the night sky illuminated blood red, the result of another plan to save Fortnite's island time and time again. But Season 2 destroyed those expectations. What unleashed from this rift wasn't a hero to save the day, but 5 new factions ripped from their homeworlds, and they bring us closer than ever to solving Fortnite's storyline.
So what they mean by factions is they mean groups. Like, you probably already know this, but they mean like groups of people. There's the Fox clan, which is like Drift's clan, which we'll get to in a little bit. And then there's like multiple other ones like the Water Bending clan, I don't know. Anyways, there's like 5 clans, and then I think there's like a mystery one or one that's been executed. I'm not really sure right now. And it's just cool because then we know like there's so much to the storyline, so many groups that could have a big impact on the storyline, and we're getting more things every single update. So it's it's a cool thing.
Mega City is the home to multiple gangs obsessed with power. While they all play an important role, the most dominant is the Peace Syndicate, who are hiding some big secrets. E.R.A is their secret weapon. Allegedly, she is here to help the island rebuild, but the Syndicate rarely acts altruistically. And keep in mind, this was said in Chapter 3. The Syndicate has one goal of
Okay, so I didn't even know this, but E.R.A, one of the Chapter 3 characters, E.R.A, that like behind the scenes character nobody really paid attention to, at least I don't think, plays a big part in the storyline, or plays nice big part in the storyline, a good chunk of it, which is really cool to see. I really like that. I think that's really funny, and I think that's funny. Okay, and just like never underestimate any of the characters because they can play a huge role in any part of the storyline. It's cool to see.
Establishing peace wherever they go. While it feels like a coincidence that they appeared on our island, this was no more than one step of their plan. Before the Rift Gate was activated, E.R.A was in contact with a mysterious figure known only as X, and they began working on a plan which involved using the 0 point to bring peace to their homeworld. It activated sooner than expected, which ruined everything, and E.R.A was forced to make a decision. Following his orders, E.R.A tampered with the Rift Gate, changing the coordinates to Mega City, but what she didn't plan was the instability of the portal. It brought more realities to the island than she ever anticipated. Let me tell you.
So I don't even understand, like, how do you know when, like, I missed all this storyline stuff. Like, I didn't know E.R.A was the result of all this of season, or chapter 4 season 2. I didn't know she was the result of this, which is kind of cool. That's just kind of cool to think about. But yeah.
Actions meet consequences because this has ignited a full-blown war. The protector of Mega City is Thunder, a lieutenant and sushi chef. I mean, you aren't this skilled with knives just by cutting fish, okay? This attitude is the catalyst for what's about to happen. An inter-syndicate battle that involves double agents, coded messages, and a live event that'll destroy things as quickly as they arrived. But not without the help of the Fox Clan.
So here we are again with the Fox Clan. This is the clan that has Drift in it, you know, mask, like the iconic mask, and actually a character from this season's Battle Pass with Thunder, the cool lizard on the logo, on my E.R.A logo, and he's right there. And yeah, so this is the Fox Clan, and they have a big power, which we'll learn about in just a second here. And so that's what they're talking about. That's who the Fox Clan is, and it's cool, I guess.
Drift? Come in. Do you read me? The Fox Clan is in trouble. We need you. Whoever gave you that Fox Clan mask made you a target. Something is tracking us down now.
I thought they gave it to him.
Something old, something bad. They got everyone. I barely escaped. If we don't work together, team up, they'll come for you next.
From this moment, we're introduced to the reborn Fox Clan.
Yeah, that's really weird.
A group of special powers that allow them to rip between realities. Something that is extremely valuable, but dangerous in the wrong hands. Someone or something is trying to harness their abilities.
As we know, there's been many villains trying to get these powers, and it's kind of crazy how big the storyline has gotten because of all this chaos from just that simple stuff.
And they're slaughtering anyone in their way.
It's not really simple, though.
That's why members of the Fox Clan started randomly appearing last season, mentioning how they can't be here and need to go back. Some of them were alone, crying, and refusing to rip back to the world. Clearly, something terrible happened. The Rift Gate must have saved them, as it latched onto the Fox Clan's home and brought it to Reality Zero. Now, they are face to face with their most historic enemy, the Peace Syndicate. As Stray points out, sometimes justice and peace mean different things. Now, you should pay attention because he's becoming the most important character of Chapter 4.
And if you're not sure who the most important character of Chapter 4 Stray is, he is the Drift-looking character in this season's Battle Pass. So, you probably already knew that, but just in case you didn't, I didn't know that. I wouldn't know it by the name.
Drift, but never lost. Despite being far from his family, he belongs as a Drift. So why is his family so important? Well, it all ties to our next group, the River Guard. If war breaks out, Stray must face his sister and their leader, Mizuki. Mizuki and the River Guards believe they are one with the water and have been direct rivals with the Fox Clan for thousands of years.
There's so much.
If a war breaks out between the Peace Syndicate and Fox Clan, Mizuki will have a tough decision to make. She dares Thunder to try and impose peace on the Tide, threatening him that it won't end well, while also telling Drift if any harm comes astray under your care, you will feel the storm's wrath. They're a neutral player in the war right now, but not the most important because while a devastating fight is about to break out, it could all be for nothing. Behind the shadows, this tension, these threats, everything is a lie, and it's all being manufactured by one person. Lurking near the Peace Syndicate's terminals is a creature known as Triarch Nox. If you approach it, he emerges from the darkness saying, "I'd advise staying away from that terminal."
So Triarch Nox is like this really, we thought he was gonna be the nothing. He's like a really cool character with like horns almost. Cool bull character. Just look him up. Just look up, he's gonna be in the next season's crew pack too. Or not in the next season's, but the next month crew pack. So April's crew pack. So just look up Fortnite April 2023 crew pack and you'll probably know who he is. There's tons of videos about it right now. Even Tabor Hill has posted a video about trying the crew pack early, and it's cool. He's even an NPC right now walking around, so he sounds very important. It's kind of scary. Ugh.
Also reveal the Saboteur is working with Triarch Nox and he doesn't want their identity to be uncovered. Right now, nobody knows about the existence of this creature, but his intentions have already been revealed by simply looking at his name. Triarch is a word that means three rulers, and Nox is Latin, translating directly to darkness. Yep, the three rulers of darkness ties him directly to a villain we thought was defeated, the Last Reality. Working with a mole from the Peace Syndicate.
What? That's so cool though that they can like come up with names. And just boom, I mean, well, they don't come up with it. I'm sure they do research, but it's just so cool that all the research that just to make like some really sick names to tie with the storyline. It's like, gotta appreciate the game.
Syndicate, he says things like, "You may conquer the light, I will take the dark places in between. And if chaos is the game, we must play to win." His ultimate goal is to undermine the stability of the island by making everyone wage war against each other. If they are so distracted by fighting, he could steal power from right under them and revive the efforts of the Last Reality. This newfound revelation that they have three rulers is a bombshell. For years,
so they have three rulers, and the three rulers are Triarch Nox, the Herald, which is that like, you know, the flower queen that got consumed by the chrome, and then the queen herself, the alien queen who brought all those spaceships and stuff in one live event.
They followed a reoccurring pattern that we never realized until now. Let war break out, then catch everyone with a surprise attack. This same thing happened when the Cube Queen first invaded, after the island was already in ruin from Ghost and Shadow. Then when the Imagined Order and the Seven finally went to war, the Herald was there to pick off the survivors. Now we have inter-syndicate fighting, and Triarch Nox is prepared to strike for the third time, which explains the name. Oh,
sorry, I paused it, but dang, that is such a good point. Like that's awesome. That every chaos thing they've been waiting for, just like every fight, just so they could strike.
All of this is happening, there's one thing he hasn't accounted for, the Oathbound, and even though they may seem like a medieval kingdom, this was Geno's first version of the Imagined Order. Since then, the Oathbound have been left to their own devices, not realizing.
Okay, so and this is some cool storyline stuff. I really appreciate how much Fortnite does for this. I can't wait to see this. If you guys love the podcast, drop a like down below because this is some great stuff. I don't have a lot to say right now. I'll conjure up some stuff, you know, but for now I'm just jabbering on. Let's get back to the podcast.
Chaos that Geno would unleash upon the world. The Seven destroyed everything that was left of the IO, including Geno, but they underestimated his ability to rebuild himself, branding the name of a shapeless man. After whispering evil thoughts into the mind of Stellan, he hoped the Rift Gate would be phase 1 of his return, but that was a colossal failure. We haven't heard much from the Oathbound since the gate was destroyed, but it's not the last we'll see of them. When Geno does come back, he'll have to face off against the Last Reality, the Seven, and maybe even himself. The Seven are still victims of the Nothing after being consumed by Chrome in Chapter 3. Scientist robot assistant Amy was able to track them down using the Rift Gate, but made a horrifying discovery.
Before we get into that horrifying discovery, I've got one thing to say. Like, what happened to the Rock? Or, like, the Foundation? Like, he's all of it awesome. And I want to know what happened to him, because, like, I haven't been staying up with the storyline. So if you guys know what happened to the Rock, like, officially, I know he disappeared and his helmet was found. But, like, is that all we know about him? Because if it is, that's like, that's lame. Like, he's just, what, presumed dead? What about Jonesy, too? Like, I feel like all of them just kind of vanished. I don't know. Maybe I'm not keeping up good enough like I thought I was. I didn't think I was. Who am I kidding?
He's different now. They're all different now. As we speak, they change. It scopes his existence anew. A fate darker than the worst imaginable.
We learned last season that she built a body for herself to rush and save them, but we haven't heard anything since. Now the rift gate has been destroyed.
So I didn't understand that, but someone built like a little robot or something, built a body for herself, which was AIM, the Fortnite character AIM, A.I.M. Look him up if you want. AIM was apparently built and is controlled by another creature or something. That's kind of weird.
Destroyed, there's no way back for Amy, and the last reality are on the
Oh, it was Amy. It's like a robot. Yeah, she's been an important thing in the storyline, like a robot, so it's kind of cool.
Island. Because of this, the outcome of this war will be more important than they could ever imagine, having consequences for the Seven's return and the destruction of reality itself. There is so much at stake, and now that you know who's playing the game, we come to our final character who is arguably the most important of Season 2. Everyone's trying to figure out who's working with the last reality to undermine the Peace Syndicate and wage war with Fox Clan, the name that Treyarch Knox was desperate to protect. Well, this ultimate agent of chaos has been hiding in plain sight, and her name is Highwire. She doesn't seem to fit into one single clan, but then I realized she suspiciously fits into all of them. This edit style shows Highwire wearing a wolf mask, and wolves are famously good at hunting foxes.
So Highwire is also in the battle pass. This battle pass, she has edit styles with wolf masks, and she's the bunny, the techno bunny. So she's been the double agent, the big agent for all of this, which is awesome. I'm sorry I keep saying it, but it's just, love the storyline so much.
If you remember Treyarch Knox's dialogue from earlier, he says, if chaos is the game, we must play to win. But what I didn't tell you is that he says this to Highwire, and according to her description, she always wins. There's also another storyline happening around the island, and it has to do with mysterious monoliths planted into the ground. These are indestructible and have gone unexplained for weeks, making them Fortnite's biggest unsolved mystery. We don't know who's behind these monoliths, whether it's the River Guard, a mysterious location brought by the Rift, or maybe it has something to do with a cult that was seen all those years ago. There are other suspects.
So when they mean that cult that was seen all of those years ago, remember that one scene when the Foundation first met Jonesy, and then there was like the 0 point flashed a little like beam across the camera, and you saw like a realistic version, like a real life version of Fortnite. That's what they mean. I wonder what happened. Like I feel like that was leaking the movie, maybe, but I don't know.
Such as Renzo the Destroyer, and
there's no movie coming because they got turned down, but I thought
he has a Nemesis box and various designs that have a similar vibe to the monoliths, especially the blue gemstones. His set is known as Cataclysm 2.0, and as we've seen in the past, Fortnite loves to tease the future of the storyline through cosmetics. A cataclysm is a seismic event in the natural world, or it also means a sudden, violent political upheaval, like the one we're seeing on the island right now. Considering it's 2.0, they're probably referring to a second version of the IO versus 7, or just maybe it's the second coming of the volcano that destroyed Tilted and forced them to rebuild. Only time will tell if Mega City will follow the same fate, but let me know.
Okay, I'm honestly not understanding any of what that means. That's the end of it, actually. If you don't believe me, here's proof.
What you think? It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.
If you guys watch Top 5 Gaming, you know he says that every single time he's about to end the thing. So that was the storyline. Pretty interesting. I honestly am so excited to see what they do with it. I'm very, very interested. And it's cool because there's like several characters that I had no idea even mattered. And yet they play big roles, like the bunny, the techno bunny. Didn't know she mattered. And yet she is like the biggest double agent for all of this. So that's awesome. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the E.R.A. Again, don't know what E.R.A. stands for yet, but I will figure it out. This has been really fun. I hope you guys continue to love the E.R.A. videos, future stuff, and yeah, I think I will see you guys all around. Hope you all have a great, amazing, wonderful day. This has been the first E.R.A. video. We're going to have the next E.R.A. video. We might have a guest on and talking about the future of the channel and what I could do to improve it on his opinions, and just because he watches my videos and he has some good opinions. So that has been it. Hope you all enjoyed. It's been New Era. We'll see you guys in the next episode of the E.R.A. Have a great, fantastic, marvelous day. Not going to say that again, but yeah, have a great day.